Yo, what's up guys? So in this video I'll be teaching you 5 ways you can reverse a card in the deck. It needs no further explanation, so let's get right into it. Alright, so this first one is probably the easiest of all 5 to do. It's called Daly's Reverse by Dr. Jacob Daly. Here's what it looks like. Alright, so a card is selected. It does not matter which one it is. Just remember that card. Alright, I won't look. And it goes back somewhere in the middle of the deck, right around there. Now, obviously, your card isn't on top because it's in the middle, right? And obviously, your card is on the bottom because it's somewhere in the middle. But watch. All I got to do is snap my fingers like that. And one card in the middle gets reversed to your card, the 5 of spades. Alright, so for this, what you want to do is get a card control to the second from top of the deck, alright? So a good way to do that is with the tilt, alright? Just show a card, put it really in that gap you created, second from top. It looks like it goes in the middle, really is second from top, alright? Now what you want to do is show that it's not on top, and after this you're going to show that it's not on bottom, but as you do that, it looks like you turn the card over like this, but really, you turn over 2 cards, like a double lift. Alright, so it's just like a hit double. Just do this, get 2 cards, begin to turn them over. But as you do that, just turn over the whole deck like that at the same time. That way, you flipped over 2 cards in disguise of turning the deck over. So right now, their card is reversed on the top. So basically, all you're doing is this. You're showing the card, and then you're doing a double lift like this. That's all that's happening. But that's hidden by the fact that you're turning the deck over on top of it like that. And like I said, as you're doing that, you say your card is in the top card, do the double turnover, and your card is on the bottom. It's somewhere in the middle. And as you're saying it's somewhere in the middle, just casually cut the deck, centralizing that reversed selection. Now you can do this, any kind of magical gesture that you want to show their card is reversed in the middle of the deck, and that is Dr. Jacob Daly's Reverse. This second one is called the Mechanical Reverse by Dr. Ken Krenzel. Both doctors, kind of weird. Alright, so for this, a card is chosen. Alright, remember that card right there. And that gets lost back somewhere in the middle of the deck. Now, all I gotta do to find your card is get the deck one cut like this. Maybe a magical wave like that. And instantly, your one card turns face up in the deck. Your card, that's 6 of diamonds. So for this, you want to get a card control to the bottom of the deck, and the control I used is Harvey Rosenthal's reverse glide move, and that's very simple. I've taught it before, but I'll go through it one more time since we're here. Alright, so you show a card on the face of the upper packet like this. You dribble the deck, they say stop, you show them the card, right? A joker. So they say stop, you show them the card, and as they're looking at it, you get a break with your pinky with the top card of the lower packet. You put that back on, adding that broken card to the face of here, and immediately take it off and take that card right back off. So it looks like you're just doing this, taking the 2, right? But you're actually adding that card on and then taking it right back off. All right, so once again, they look at the card, getting your pinky break as you're looking at it, put it on, adding that card, then take it right back off. And now you switched it so you can put it right there, upper packet on top. So now at this point, it looks like your card is sticking out, but it's really on the bottom right now. All right, so what you're gonna do is as you're pushing that in, these fingers are free to sort of scoot that card a little bit this way. And that's what you wanna be doing. It doesn't matter though, I think doing this just adds a reason to come over with your hand like this so you can push that card in with your thumb. All right, so as you're doing that, you're actually gonna take your fingers and push that card to the side like this. As you're pushing that in, what's going to happen is you're going to sort of close in your fingers like this to reverse the card. All right, so in Expose You, this is what's happening like this, and then you close your fingers to reverse the card. So it's sort of the opposite as a standard sort of a half pass, all right? So with the half pass, you're doing this, clipping that card like this and doing that. But that can be seen, but doing it this way, you're like this, and all you're going to do is close those fingers in and already have it reversed, and the deck and the hands hides everything. This is exposed. If you show the cards on the bottom of the deck, just take your finger, scoot that card a little bit over this side towards your hand, then close your fingers in to reverse the card like that. And that is the Mechanical Reverse by Ken Krenzel. So this next one is called the Kelly Reverse by Gene Mays. Of course, this is an adaptation of the Kelly bottom placement control. This is just reverses the card with those same sort of finger actions. Alright, so it looks like this a card is chosen. Just remember that card right there. Alright, so it's about the middle of the deck, I would say. But all I gotta do is snap my fingers. I can instantly know where that card is because really it's the only one that's reversed in the deck. Alright, so if you're familiar with the Kelly bottom placement move, this will be very easy for you, alright? So, but if you're not, we'll go through it together, alright? So what you're gonna do is dribble the deck, maybe have them say stop. Now, what you want to do is get the deck higher up in your fingers, alright? So if it's right at the fingertips, it's going to be a little bit difficult to do. So when they say stop, a good thing to do is just take your fingers and your thumb like this and move that packet a little bit more up in your fingers like this. That way, this move is easier to do because you need your fingertips for this move to happen. Alright, so they say stop. What you want to do is sort of reposition yourself like this, maybe square the packet, and the action of also moving that packet a little bit more up in the fingertips. Anyway, show them the card like this, and as you come back down, these fingers sort of close in like this on the face of that packet, alright? So as you move the packet down, those fingers move in, alright? So the packet and the fingers are moving at the same time, so it's invisible, but if you're just like this, it could be kind of obvious, alright? So both movements happening at the same time hides that action. For the move itself, what you're going to do is, like I said, contact the face of the card with your fingertips, and all you're going to do is sort of give it a squeeze like this, and that card is just going to move to the side like this, where it become broken from the rest of the packet like this. So once again, you're here, you're giving that packet a squeeze, and you're sort of moving them to the side like this, alright? So as you can see, what's happening now. It also helps if your thumb sort of moves up as well, sort of erasing the packet like this, at the same time squeezing the rest of the cards, or the face of the card like this, causing that card to just spring off the packet like that. And that's the snare to Kelly bottom placement action. Normally, for the control, you would just slip that to the bottom of the deck like this, and that would be your bottom control. But for this, it's a reverse, so we're going to keep it in the middle and reverse it, right? So they look at the card, the 6 of diamonds. Now, as you come back, I've already done it, see? You're going to take your thumb here and your fingers. It's sort of the same action as that Kronzell reverse. However, this time you're going to contact the top of the card with your thumb and just reverse it. I mean, that's all there is to it, like this. So you're like this, you come down. All you're going to do is close in your fingers like this. And of course, this packet hides everything. So you're here, come over, and see your card somewhere in the middle of the deck, blah, blah, blah. See, I've just done it with the aid of my hand hiding the card there. And then all you gotta do is put the deck down, and the card is reversed. So this next one is called Reverse Easy by Doug Edwards. And it really is an easy reverse. It's easier than the Dr. Daly reverse, all right? So what happens is this. A card is chosen, and let's say we have this one right here. The 10 of spades. I don't know what I'm doing. We lose in the middle of the deck. Maybe give it a shuffle. And we can see that your card is not on top. And the card is not on bottom either. But all I got to do to find your card, give the deck a snap. And your card instantly reverses in the middle of the deck. Alright, so simple. So all you have to do is have a card chosen to control to the top. So we'll just do a simple double undercut, alright? So king is spades. Our selected card gets controlled at the top of the deck. You can give it a shuffle if you'd like, just to, sell the illusion that the card is lost. Whoop, second from top. So what you're going to do is show that it's not on the top or the bottom with the use of a double lift, alright? So you can say, look, your card's not on top, is it? They say no. Now you're going to keep that how it is and show the bottom card by doing a swing cut, alright? So you're just saying your card's not on top, and your card's not on bottom. So you're showing both cards like this. Now it's going to look like you just take this card out and put it back on top. But in the action of doing that, their card actually stays in the middle reversed. And that's, of course, achieved with the classic alignment move, all right? So it sounds complicated, but it's really not. All right, so all you're doing here is doing, like I said, the double lift. No, it's not on top. No, it's not on bottom. Now, what you're going to do is contact the top card here, the card that's not theirs, with your fingertips, and slide it forward like this. Now, what's going to happen is your thumb is going to butt up against the back of the deck, like this. You can see that happening. Your thumb just butts up against the back of the deck like this. When that happens, everything is aligned. So just take the card out and put it back on top, and you're leaving their card reversed in the middle of the deck. It's one of those things when I read it, I was like, why didn't I think of that? I mean, it's such a simple concept, but like, it's like you would never think of to do it. So this next one is by one of my favorite magicians ever, named Simon Aronson, and this control is called the head over heels move, and it's just fantastic, and I think you're gonna like it a lot. Alright, so here's what it looks like. So the participant can just say stop anytime, maybe they stop right here, and they could have stopped on any one of these cards here, but they stopped on this one, so remember that card. Alright, don't forget it. And it goes back somewhere in the middle of the deck, and right around there, or we can cut it a little bit deeper. Maybe right around there is fine. Now, all I gotta do to find your card is give it one riffle like this to sort of estimate where I think it is. Maybe one spin cut like this, and actually that spin cut does everything, because now look, there's one card right where I thought it would be, upside down in the deck, your card. So for this, what you'll do is you can actually do a force too if you wanted to, the cut deeper force. So for that, all I gotta do is have the force card on top, have them cut a small packet, turn it upside down on top, say cut deeper this time just so we can get a different card. They cut deeper. Now the first face down card will be that 3 of hearts, but you don't have to force a card, but you can if you want to. All right. I mean, the main thing is you want to have about half the deck face up like this. Alright, so you can just dribble the deck and have them say stop anytime, and once they do, just turn this packet face up. So look at all the cards you could have chosen. I mean, these are all different and mixed up. And as you're doing this, as you're saying it, you're just going to cull any one of these face up cards. It doesn't matter which one it is, just as long as you have one face up card culled. That's all there is to it, alright? So you're spreading through. You could have had any one of these, and we'll just cull this 7 of spades here. You just cull it under the spread as you continue spreading like this. Now what you're going to do, as you're at this point right here, and that card is still secretly cold like this, all right, ready to be maneuvered. So you just show them the card like this, so you raise your hand up to show them the card like this, remember that card. Now what's going to happen is that cold card is going to go below their selection like this, all right? So in other words, you're just going to sort of push down on the selection like this, sort of bending the card down. That way it makes it easier for that card to slide underneath it like this as you close up the spread, all right? So the situation is this. There's one face-up card under their selection as you close up due to that cold card, all right? So you're here, you're showing the card. As you close up, just push down with the spread on the edge of the card. As you close up, that just aligns, coalesces like this as you turn the whole deck, or the half deck face down, leaving their card face up second from top now. We'll do that one more time. Say stop, stop right there. All right, you could have had any one of these, cull any card, being culled under the spread. As you break the spread, show them the card. Once again, you're like this, just slip that underneath. As you close up like this, and then turn the half deck face down, controlling and reversing their card second from top. So now once it's there, you can do anything. You can even do a slip cut like this. So I can cut your card. What was your card? Focus on it. Boom, do a slip cut. Their card appears face up. Or you can do like a center deal presentation. I want you to imagine your card is just turning over in the deck. I'm going to do one of the most difficult slides ever made. It's called the center deal. And I'm going to do here obviously the second deal, but it looks like their card is being produced face up from the center, which is kind of nice. The main thing with all of these reverse slides is to use your imagination of how you can, incorporate them into a routine. And I know you guys can come up with something amazing, and I would love to hear it, and I would love to see it. So yeah, I hope you like this video. That's my 5 reverses I have for you today. Until next time, we'll see you here. Alright guys, so that'll do it for today's video. I really hope that you learned something new, and I really hope that you got value out of this video. And if you did, maybe leave a thumbs up, sub to the channel. Helps me out more than you might think. Until next time, happy practicing. I love you guys.